Hey everyone, it's Coral. I'm back again. Surprise. Just kidding, it's not a surprise because it is the beginning of the month and there are some books I want to tell you about because I'm going to read them this month. This is a little bit of a shorter list than usual because I'm going to be rereading The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley. This is a big book. I know that it's going to take me a while to get through. It's almost 900 pages. And it's like one of those really big paperbacks that has really big pages and also like fairly small words. So the last time I read it, I wasn't somebody who read all the time, you know what I mean? So it took me probably like 2 months to read it last time I read it. I've been thinking about it a lot lately and I want to reread it. This is like a take on the origin story of King Arthur and his family, the Lady of the Lake, all that kind of stuff. Very much like, I don't know, Celtic, Druid stuff. It's been a while since I read this. Quite a while. So I'm really excited to read it again. So that is like the one that I really want to accomplish this month. And I'm very excited to get back into it. I guess just a disclaimer, I know Marion Zimmer Bradley wasn't a good person, and I don't know. I know some people feel differently about whether you can separate an artist who is really shitty in their art, but I feel okay doing that when they're, well, one, she's fucking dead, so none of the money I spend on her stuff goes directly towards her. I think that's a big thing, actually, now that I think about it. And two, her art doesn't also include that kind of shitty stuff that she was shitty about. That's my lecture for this video. What the fuck's wrong with me? I'd also like to read Brainchild by Andrew Neiderman. This will be my second of his books that I've read, except for all of his VC Andrew books, which I've read all of, except for the new ones, I guess. I haven't read all of them, is what I'm saying. I lied. So this is about a little girl who is a fucking lunatic, apparently. She really is interested in human studies, like behavioral science and stuff like that, and she decides to do an experiment on her family. This was featured in Paperbacks from Hell. It has some very interesting step back art. I'm very excited to get to this one. I'm hoping it's a good one. Then I'm also planning on picking up Fantasticland by Mike Bockoven. This is one of my 5-star predictions for this year. And it's also one that I'm reading as like, I like doing this thing, not for every season, honestly. I really just like doing it in the summer and in the winter, where I like to read books that take place in those seasons. So summer. I don't know for sure that this takes place in summer without reading it, but I know that it takes place during a hurricane, and that hurricane season goes typically from like the beginning of summer to mid-fall before winter. So this is about a hurricane that hits Florida. I think it's Florida. Yeah. And there are employees trapped in this amusement park, and something happens, and basically you come in after that event, and it's like you're there for the investigation of what really happened. I'm pretty sure that's how this goes. Some of it's told like as interviews and stuff like that. If not all of it, honestly, I don't know. But I've heard really good things about this, and I'm really excited. I think it will kind of embody that hot, sticky Florida weather, which I don't have, luckily, because it doesn't get very humid where I live. Although it was 107 here just like 3 days ago, now it's like 80, so. Okay, the next one I want to get to this month is The Girl in the Box by Ouida Sebestyen. I am not sure if that's how you say the author's name. I'm just guessing. But this is, I don't know. I should have looked this up before I started filming, but I didn't think about it until now when I'm trying to tell you about this book. But like, it seems like it might be a book that is like a fictional account of a real event. You know what I mean? Because this is about a young girl who gets kidnapped, and she is stuck in a box. And during this captivity, she's basically touch typing in her mind. You know what I mean? Like if you're pretending you have a keyboard and you're like, "Dear Mom, how are you today?" Question mark. You know what I mean? Like she does that to write about what's happening to her and to write letters to her family and stuff like that. This is, I believe, a young adult thriller. It was published in, it's a vintage one. It was published in 1988, so it's a couple years old. I'm excited to get to this. I think this might have been a book that I read when I was a teenager. I think it might be a book that my mom had, but I don't really remember. So I'll have to, I don't know, see when I pick it up. Next, I'd like to finish The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. This, I am about 350 pages into already, so I'm hoping it won't take me that much longer to finish. This is the second book in the Poppy War series. I read the first book 2 months ago, I believe. And basically the first book is about this young girl named Rin who gets into a really prestigious military academy right before her country goes to war with another country. So it's very political. It's very much a book about this war. Like that's what this is. Rin finds out she's a shaman too, which is a big part. That's not a spoiler either. They tell you that in the like on the back of the first book. So she is like dealing with how to control that, and she's dealing with a leadership role in her army, and I like it pretty okay so far. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna pull a book from my jar. So this isn't the last book, but the last book that I know that I'm reading this month, that I know the name of, and I know the title of, and I know the author, is Devolution by Max Brooks. This is one that's coming out kind of towards the end of the month. And this is supposed to be kind of like a Bigfoot book. I don't know if it's going to be told maybe like World War Z or something like that. I don't know if it's going to be more like his zombie survival guidebook. I don't know, but I'm really excited about it. I'm glad that this is coming out on time because I pre-ordered this forever ago and I got an email probably like 2 months ago saying they weren't sure when the publication date would be, but then it got, you know, pushed back to normal. So I'm very excited about that one. I'm also was supposed to read Wonderland by Zoje Stage. She wrote Baby Teeth, which I loved. I got an arc of that before it came out, whenever that was, and I loved it so much that I bought a hardcover copy of it. And this one, I also got an email saying the publication had been pushed back, and then I haven't gotten an email since. So this was supposed to come out supposedly mid-month, but I don't know for sure if it is or not. Let me read you what the synopsis says. If Shirley Jackson wrote The Shining, it might look like this novel from the acclaimed author of Baby Teeth. A mother must become a protector when unnatural forces threaten her family's new and improved life in a rural farmhouse. So that's all I'm going to read from that. There is a more in-depth section below that, but you know how I am. So I'm really looking forward to that one. I hope that it does come out and then I'll read that. So really, honestly, I don't know exactly how my month's gonna go because I don't know if some of these books are gonna come out and get to me in time. If that one doesn't end up coming out this month or doesn't get to me mid-month, I don't know if I'll read my, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. I'll do something. Maybe I'll get through them all anyways. But I'm gonna pull a star jar. It has been a while. I think the last one I pulled, I can't even remember what it was, and I think I didn't read it. It's a horror book. I was almost hoping not to have a horror book. Just to, well, I guess it's not all horror this month. There's some fantasy in there too. Let's see what this is. Pork Pie Hat. I don't think I want to read this. It's very no, actually, I don't have that anymore. I donated that. Take that, Star Jar. Okay, I'll do another one. I bet I'm gonna pick one that's not horror and then I'm gonna wish that it wasn't that one also. Just kidding. It's horror again. Surprise, surprise. Oh, The Tribe by Barry Wood. Okay. That I can, you know, I can dig that one. And then, once I read that, I can do a Paperbacks from Hell review on that. It has been a while since I've done one of those. I'm not gonna go grab the book right this second. I'll just put a little picture of the cover up. But this is a vintage horror book. It was in Paperbacks from Hell, like I said. The synopsis. These survivors of the Holocaust now live with their secret in Brooklyn. A secret, when unleashed, creates havoc and hideous death. I don't know. I don't know what this is about at all, honestly. I feel like maybe a golem, but also I don't know if I'm being stupid about that, just because when I think of Jewish horror, that's what comes to my mind. I could be so off base. Don't hate me. Eventually I will figure out what it's about when I read it. That's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of these books. That is Miss of Avalon, Brainchild, Fantasticland, The Girl in the Box, The Dragon Republic, The Tribe, Devolution, or Wonderland. 8 books this month. Can I do it? I don't know actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm going to try. Don't ever call me a quitter. It's okay if you call me a quitter. I do quit things sometimes. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Black Lives Matter. Goodbye!